Hi everyone, welcome back to TC911 Beyond the Call, Episode 7. I am your host, Abbey Dudek, Communications Coordinator here at Tarrant County 911 District. And today, I am sitting down and having a chat with our Director of Technical Operations, Sarah Sellers. How are you doing today, Sarah?
Good, Abby. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for sitting down with me and with your busy schedule, making time to do this podcast. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
I know you're swamped. So, how long have you been here at the district?
So, I've been at the district for 10 years or so, maybe 11. I came here from one of our member PSAPs, and I was a training coordinator there. And worked there for about 10 years before coming to the district.
So you also wore a headset.
And I say training coordinator, communications training officer.
Oh, okay.
So one of their trainers, but yeah, I was there for about 10 years and then ventured to this side.
Was this, how did you know about the job here? Like, how did that transition?
One of the employees here had let me know that there was an opening. And so nice. I applied thinking this is never going to happen. And one thing led to another.
What was your role when you first started here?
Implementation specialist.
And what did that consist of?
So that led to construction support for some of our PSAPs, electrical, troubleshooting of 911 weirdness, statistics, things of that nature.
Okay. So prior you didn't have any of like the deep technical background or anything like that?
No, ma'am.
Nothing like that. So it's just 911 and then, okay. Awesome. So your role today your role that you have now is Director of Technical Operations. What does that consist of? Because that sounds pretty mighty.
So I lead the team that manages a lot of like we mentioned, the construction, the electrical. We're kind of a liaison for our PSAPs. If they have a new building that's going up, we assist with that. If they have a new citywide phone system that's going in place, we integrate with that. Anything that happens in 911 for call routing that might be kind of interesting or we think may have an issue, those come to our team. Let's see. There's a lot. There's a list.
Yeah, no, it's a lot. It's hard to. It's like when people ask me what my job consists of. I'm like, a lot of stuff. Like because there's so much that you do on a daily. Your schedule is.
It just happens.
Every time I look at your calendar, I'm like, oh my, it's like a bomb went off. So I know you do a lot, and your team consists of. How many employees do you have?
Currently, we have 4.
Okay.
And we have a 5th added to our team shortly.
Oh, awesome. Good times.
We're growing our team.
Yay. It's like just building our family, making our family. So we'll go from 27 to 28.
If you say so. However many we have.
It's there. I'm pretty sure that's the amount. So on that how hands-on are you with the technology? Maybe prior roles, because you've obviously jumped up the ladder. With different promotions that you've gotten. So you are probably more hands-on versus what you are today, right? Since you have a team?
Yeah, that's true. So we also, what I didn't mention earlier, deploy the 911 software. So we test and vet all the different software versions that go in front of the call takers to make sure that they are sound and there's no issues. So that is where hands-on really played a part in my prior years of testing a lot of software versions and doing some regression testing, making sure from one software version to the next that they didn't break something unintentionally. Mm-hmm. So I was much more hands-on at that time.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Well, it's nice now to kind of change gears, and then you have your team that'll go out and do that, but you at least have that experience under your belt. What kind of technology, I know this is a big dipper of a question here, but what kind of technology changes have you seen through your time here at the district over a decade?
Oh, man. Well, I'm going to say over 2 decades maybe, because
yeah, that's true.
when I first started as a 911 telecommunicator, we had a Mars system, which had a tiny little, probably 3-inch by 2-inch alley screen. We call it the green screen, or the black and green screen. And then it had mechanical push buttons on the console. And it was, we're talking old school.
Everybody just needs to Google this. I'm sure it's on the Google.
I'm sure there's pictures on Google.
It's called Mars, like the Mars candy or something. Interesting.
So that is what I started with, and we didn't even have headsets at that time. It was a migration at our PSAP to get headsets, which was probably contributing to my neck issues. But we didn't have pre-alert systems that they have today. If we were dispatching fire, we were in charge of dispatching fire and verbalizing all that. There's no automated systems that were in place. There was no text to 911. Things have come a long way.
Yeah, it has. It looks like, I always, when I explain it to the kids in the community, I always say it looks like a gaming center. Like it looks like you could sit down and play some really cool Minecraft or something like that. They don't, but I was like, it looks like a gaming center. They're like, oh, that is so cool. I'm like, yeah.
We probably had 4 screens in front of us, and then the 911 Mars system back in the day. But now it's not unheard of for what call takers have 8, maybe 6 to 8.
Yeah,
that's monitors in front of them.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty average. I think mostly on average, 7. There's 7. It's no 8 because including their map. So yeah, that would be 8 screens that they got to look at. I think there's usually 3 keyboards and 3 mouses and.
You look at it like gaming, and I look at it like, I don't know, the Matrix movie or something.
Matrix. Yeah, that's the best way to explain it when I have to talk to kids, because otherwise, how am I going to explain this to them?
Yeah.
So, they like the technology part of it. So you were going on about that that's where you started with the technology. So as you're going down the timeline, what unraveled from there with your technology?
So today, we won't talk about all the different baby steps in between, but today they have a 911 system that has all soft buttons all on one screen. It's a mouse click. It's just like every other software platform. There was a point in time where we had touch screens. We no longer have touch screens today, but they had the soft buttons on their screen to answer a 911 call from a touch screen. But yeah.
They're touch screen, but the phone system that we use now for them, that's touch screen. It's not?
No touchscreen.
Oh, I thought it was.
It's a bit of a maintenance nightmare with touchscreens. So it could have if we chosen, but it causes complications.
Oh, okay. Well, we want to make it easy for them.
We go reliable.
Yes, that's good. And I'm sure everybody appreciates that. We want reliable phone systems that these 911 headset heroes can use. So we like that. So what's some of the best accomplishments so far that you've had here at the district? Besides working here.
Oh, man.
That's already one great accomplishment. And you get to work with me. That's another great accomplishment.
always a good day working with Abby. So Monty's team is the network team, and the network team and the technical operations team have to work very close and lockstep with each other. Mm-hmm. And if they don't, things can go wrong. So we have a very close-knit, it's funny, we're in the communications business, but sometimes communication is the hardest piece of it all. Mm-hmm. So we are working in lockstep. We have a great communication path with that team and making sure we keep 911 up. Probably another interesting one for the public to be aware of is when your iPhone or Android needs a software update. It has a period of time where your phone is disabled and you can no longer use it while it's doing its update. We don't have that capability in the 911 world to do that. Mm-hmm. So we can do software and hardware updates, and we figured out how to do this without affecting any, service degradation to our member citizens. So there's no maintenance window where, we're going to just take this out of service and 911 doesn't work while your phone upgrades. No, we don't have that.
Yeah, we can't. Hey, everyone, just hang on a second. We got an upgrade.
Yeah,
Yep. But that's good to know. That is really good to know.
That's tough to do, mm-hmm. depending on what needs to be replaced or upgraded. So we've done well at figuring that. Now we better knock on wood.
I knocked on some wood. I think this is wood. I feel
wood.
Faux wood. Let's Close enough. That's so interesting too, because it's good to have that background behind the scenes knowledge of that, to know that how, just like everything else, we upgrade phones, televisions, computers, everything. Like you said, we don't get that grace period of, I'll just sit and wait patiently while my phone or my system does this. We've got to do error-free, where it's like, nope, got to keep doing it, but then it still works. How does that happen? How do we get out of that? Or how does that system work where you don't have to?
Is it magic?
Is it magic?
It's a lot of
like
a lot of magic.
Hogwarts, Harry Potter.
It's a lot of planning.
Yeah, that's intense.
Where Monty's team and our team really have to work closely with each other, because he'll have a piece of hardware that he wants to install, and we'll have software on our side that we want to install, and we try to make it as painless as possible. Not only the call takers, but then the citizens are completely unaware that even took place.
And that's good. That's good, because they can count on their 911 system not only to be available all the time, but also be upgraded without a hitch in your giddy up.
That's right.
I can't believe I just came out with that, hitch in my giddy up. I don't know. So
you're in Texas.
I am in Texas. That is true. So we talked about some of the technical things that you did, and so we kind of went over that. Was there any more new technology that's coming? What's coming for the technology role in the future, like in the next 5 years?
Oh man, so
more magic.
We'll say a lot of magic, a lot of fairy dust. So we have the term Next Gen 911 that everybody keeps throwing around, and everybody has a different view of what that means. But essentially, we have the capability of getting potentially pictures and video if we so choose, or some new technology that could help call takers and first responders. So we are bringing our call handling software up to a version that can handle some of the Next Gen 911 stuff right now, and then once that's done and we work through some more processes, we'll see what's to come. But no promises. You cannot do that now today.
Yeah, no sending text. Don't text any pictures or videos or audio or anything like that. Can you imagine? So Fort Worth alone, there's 1 million people. And you know how many people would be taking pictures of stuff and sending it? I mean, just to have the service or like the storage to hold all that. Because then you're going to get like random pictures of like, this is the tree that my neighbor cut, or stuff that's emergency and non-emergencies. And that's why it's very important to know that, know when it's okay to call 911 an emergency and when that's not an emergency. So,
and 911 has historically been a slow roll. We are not cutting edge technology. There's been capabilities that have been out there, such as texting, for example, that was out there for quite some time before it was deployed. Same with this. So when you say 5-year evolution, it may be that long, because there's a lot to consider.
Yeah, well, the nice thing is, it's for the public to know, it's not an easy task. You're putting something out to have reliable services for emergency purposes. So that's what I love about our district, is that we test it, keep making sure that we're, crossing all the T's and dotting the I's before it goes out. You almost want it to be that slow, so that way you're taking your time with, you're going through it with a fine-tooth comb, because once it's out there, you want it reliable for the citizens to be able to use. So I feel that that's the best of both worlds there too, because it's like you're still able to call 911, and then we put the texting out in November of 2020, and it might have taken a while, but you guys made sure that, hey, okay, this is good to go. We've tested it and broke it, and tested it more, and fixed it, and did all this, and you just kind of get the default of everything, which is great. So as a citizen of Tarrant County, I appreciate it.
Well, and it's funny, because I have to balance the call taking mindset of, man, we were a call taker. We wanted everything. Give me every bit of information at my fingertips. Where can I find it? What sources do I have? What software, can I utilize to look for something? But at the same time, now I'm at this role, I'm taking a different approach of, okay, I know the call takers want everything, but at the same time, if you just flood them with nonstop information overload, then how effective as that. So
yeah, like where are they gonna where are they gonna put it? How does it all get? You got to put it somewhere. You have to match it with things, and then where does it just get clogged on too much? Because you may have multiple calls on the same issue, and
and our brains can only hold so much.
That is so true. That is so true. I don't think I could go back and do it. I go in the dispatch centers now. I mean, it's for me. It's only been 6.5 years, but now I see them and I'm like, I
am not the multitasker I once was. That is for sure.
Yeah, I'm so adjusted now to multitasking. For me is like, okay, I need to post on Facebook. I need to finish editing this video, but it's not like the quick need that you have to do it when you're doing it during 911. That's so different.
And a lot of it's learned. And it could be learned again if we wanted to.
I'm sure.
I'm not sure I want to do that.
I choose not to. So I just, bless those headset heroes and what they do and everything. Because when I said, I don't know how often you get to the PSAPs. Do you get out there more? Do you get out to the PSAPs
I need
often?
to get out there more.
Yeah.
Than I do currently.
Get out there.
But I need to get out. Yes, I need to make that more of a priority.
Because there's so many awesome people that are out there. So much talented dispatchers too.
There is.
There's some of the stuff that they make or they do, and they'll send me. I'm like, you made that? They're like, yeah, I just did it on my spare time. I'm like, that's amazing. That's amazing. So I literally like getting to know them. So yeah, we try to keep that personal level with them, but then we have the business of, hey, what's going to be realistic for them to have, and what's going to work the best with technology, and what's best also system for citizens and finding location, because I know it's all about getting better locations and really getting that to a fine point as possible as we can, which has gotten a lot better, that whole system. And because when you call 911 on a cell phone, it doesn't show your location, exact location, or it gives the address like a landline phone does, but it's getting better with the cell phones on locating them.
Well, today it uses, cell sectors from cell towers, gives you an X and Y of their general location. It's getting a lot better. Just that, like you say, over a period of 2 decades has gotten considerably better. And then as we deploy what we call next gen 911, should be more location-based routing where it's not using the cell sector. It's going to use your exact location by your phone. So that is to come too. I know one carrier is already doing it. Some others are right around the corner.
That's awesome.
It will get even compound better than what it was, 10 years ago even.
Is that, will we ever see it where the cell phone will show an address, or is that not something that's possible?
I don't know. We'll have to see how that goes.
See how the magic works out?
Yeah.
Okay. There's your pixie dust going.
Yeah, more on Philip's side of the house.
Oh, that's on more Philip's side. Well, he's coming. He's up next for another chat.
Lucky Philip.
Chat with me. So, yeah, it's very lucky. Well, this is awesome, Sarah. I appreciate you chatting with us. Did you have anything else for our folks? Leave them with anything?
Nope.
I don't have a bit of wisdom or a little snippet of something
fresh out. I do appreciate our telecommunicators and their hard work they put in, and they're very dedicated, so that's awesome. Thanks to them.
Yes, that's very, very so much, and we'll be celebrating them. Well, we celebrate them every day. They should be celebrated every day, but April is their month. That's 911 Education Month, and then the second full week in April is 911 Appreciation Week, and you can find that on our website at TC911.org. After you get done listening to this podcast that you saw on our homepage.
Right around the corner.
You see that? That was good.
Nice.
Good plug in right there. Yeah.
Way to go.
It gets fun after a while.
Sneak it in there.
I know it. So, well, thank you so much, Sarah. I appreciate your time, and I know you have a busy schedule, so I'll let you get back to work. And thank you, everyone, for listening today. Join us next Monday for a whole new podcast. Remember, new podcasts every Monday, TC911, Beyond the Call. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple. What else we got? We have the website. You can also listen to us on Audible and Samsung and all these different apps. So whatever your choice is, you can find us. So until then, I hope you have a fabulous week.